Um, I know we've heard a lot. For the first time, I heard about crown lands. Who heard about crown lands? Crown lands, yes, crown lands. What did he say it is? Okay, England, of course. Okay, which invariably, who owns it now? Federal government. My head all full. Like, I'm excited finally. I'm excited. Okay, so I'll be taking the last class. I should not spend more than 50 minutes here, so we can just go. Okay, so I'll be talking about real estate marketing. Real estate marketing. Of course, like we've said, we're going to share all the materials into the groups, because I know I've been seeing some of us trying to snap. Now, that's fine. I don't have issues with that. If you need to snap, snap. But we'll send all the materials into the group, and then the links for all the videos will be shared with us so we can listen to it, because personally, I'm taking time to listen to all the videos because there's a lot to learn. Like I was telling someone, when you meet a client now, it's easier to sell. Okay, so real estate marketing. All right, next. Okay, now I'm going to stand on what Dr. Sami talked about. He spoke on communication, right? That's the first lecturer on communication. Most of the things he said will be here, so I would not take much time on this. The fastest way to grow isn't to sell something. It's to stand for what? For something. Let's say it again. The fastest way to grow isn't to sell something. It's to stand for something. One more time. The fastest way to grow it's to stand for something. If Peter Obi comes out and says he wants to sell, and says he's selling land in London, do you think there are people who will buy? There are people who will buy. What does it stand for? Integrity, at least from what we've seen. So, why I'm bringing this up is to let us know that, of course, from what we've seen, for the fact that most of us are attending this training, it shows that you just don't want to sell land. Dr. Sami mentioned it. When you meet a potential client, you don't start telling the person, I sell land. It's quite, sometimes it can be offensive, because you're not interested in the person to an extent. You don't want to show interest in the person, okay? But then when you stand, for example, let's coin this into the real estate space. Instead of just selling land, can we know you for something in real estate? Mr. Francis, who spoke about trends, there's something he said about that woman. There's a woman that built a niche. Who can remember us? Or who can remind us? Land below 1 million. So she's standing for affordable lands. So if you stand for something in the real estate space, it's going to be easy for you to sell more lands. It will. People don't like being sold to. They want to trust you. They want to trust you. The next slide. Okay, what is marketing? Most of us who have been hearing me when I train here, I just hope that you don't take it offensive, but I like talking about some of the things that we can relate to it. What is marketing? Now, recently, because I come to the office, after taking breakfast at home, I come to the office, look for lunch. After that, I go home. But recently, to conserve money now, you eat breakfast at home, bring lunch, and all of that. So, I brought this from the house. On top, of course, we can see stew. I never knew that before my wife put this, she had to put stew under. Then the rice. Then the stew. So when I was eating, I was like, oh, this stew no plenty, kind of. So when I got to the bottom, and I realized that, stew there. I felt happy that, okay, this thing will be enough for me. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this to illustrate this is I want us to understand marketing as the stew that's under and on top. I'll explain. Before you sell land, before you make sales, marketing should start. When you make sales, marketing should be ongoing. After the sales, marketing should still be going on. Dr. Sami talked about how many of us know the birthday of our clients, the birthdays of their kids, maybe the anniversaries. Somebody that's not buying in 2024 may most likely buy from you in 2 years' time if you're consistent and then you're keeping that relationship. So I see marketing as the most important activity that should happen if you want to think about business or as a realtor. Let me even give us another idea. Some of us, let's say you want to do naming ceremony for your child. In the naming ceremony that you're doing, there is a way you can turn that event to market yourself as a realtor. You can even get your flyers. You can decide to just wear your realtor's polo and then wear your, no matter how she be, maybe a skirt or trouser. Something is happening. It's so subtle that you are not aware of. There's a picture I'm supposed to bring, but I did not bring it up. For those of us who use iPhones, maybe you're not aware, but if you go online, check. There are people who, before iPhone come out, like the next iPhone, before it comes out, there are people who line up, literally in front of the iPhone company. People line up. Sometimes, from what I heard, some do vigil, waiting for the next iPhone to be out. Go online and check. Go online and check. The next, most times they announce when it's coming out. Okay, so let's say if they say that it's coming out tomorrow, by today, people are lining up, waiting for iPhone. Why? They understand marketing. They understand what these guys need. So they don't even sell. You don't truly see iPhone adverts anywhere. Who advertise iPhone? Now the users. In fact, you feel good using iPhone, right? So the same way, when you understand marketing, what happens is, when you're able to sell properties to potential clients, they will talk about you to others. That's what happens when you understand marketing. Next. Okay, so I'll talk about types of marketing. I have to use this shade for our ladies who do makeup. What does this one do? What do you use this one for? You don't know. Who can help us? What is this one for? This one is for? Okay, contour. What about this? Okay, please next, sir. Next. So types of marketing. Like I said, I'll try and be as fast as possible. And we're going to share this. So types of marketing. The first one is email marketing. Email marketing. How many of us receive emails from our banks? Okay? What other platforms now? Let's say, I think from Facebook to sometimes, when somebody likes your post, you get a notification, right? Now, that's email marketing. For a while, I've been trying to use this, but then there's something you hear, like, okay, Nigerians don't open their email, but it's a lie. It's a lie, yo. If you understand email marketing, especially for the big boys, the big guys that you want to sell to, if you understand email marketing, they will take you more serious because they check their mails and it shows that you're professional. Then another thing is you can actually track your conversation with the person there. It's easier. So you can check where you started from and all of that. To understand email marketing, of course, this class will not be enough. Okay? But like my boss have always said, I will find time to take each of these things and then break it down so that we can see the result we want. Second one is influencer marketing. Dr. Sami talked about it. You can't use the flashy guys except you're doing flashy products. Arible. You can use, I think, Arible is using who? Burna Boy, right? Yes, Burna Boy. Who is using Whiskey currently? What products? Okay, we don't have many Gen Zs here. Davido. Davido, there is a drink. Huh? Somebody? You said? Nike, yes, Davido. So depending on the products that you are selling, okay, you now determine what influencer you should attach to that. Like for us now, because of what we do, of course, we have to go for him. We have to go for him. We can't go and carry Gen Z. So influencer marketing, the way I even see it is, what if you get so good to a point where you even become an influencer in the space? It's possible. Next, affiliate marketing. Paying others a commission to promote and sell your products. I don't know if there's anybody that's exploring this, but if you have friends, you can decide to have a deal with them. You can tell the person, if you post my flyers on your status and we have a client that's coming from you, I can share my commission. I'm currently having an arrangement of this with people who are into events. I think I've shared that with us. Event planners. So, on my own, I'm trying to register event planners as realtors. Is affiliate. Why? One of the set of persons that I'm targeting are people who are about to get married. And they spend more time with event planners than me. I don't have anything to counsel. So when I connect with these event planners, and then they spend time with these people who are about to get married, talking to them, buy this, okay, see what you do this, blah, 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 blah. They can easily sell the real estate idea to them, why it's important. Or they can call me to have a meeting with these guys, and then we talk. So I'm using affiliate with those guys so that when any of their clients who wants to get married buys, I can share 70-30. And it's not stress. You're doing your event stuff. You're making your money just because a bride and a groom wants to buy. Once they buy you through me, I share with you 70-30. We are good. The advantage of this is that you don't have all the time to meet everybody around the world. You don't have all the time. You don't have all the time. You can even decide to get your siblings into it. For those who are serious, because it's not all, so that you can leverage on their time. There are even some persons where, there are some persons that may even think about, okay, let me get people who want to learn about real estate and just train them. So they become my own, okay, I think we have it now, the downliner thing. Let me even give some of us a challenge. Once we are done with this trading, go and teach your downliners most of the things you learned. We do it in church. We call it cell meeting. Anybody knows what cell meeting is in church? Okay, cell meeting. So pastor does the teaching, and then in the evening, okay, we call it house fellowship. House fellowship. So when we go back home, we have a cell, people that we teach. So it's possible to do it. In fact, this can be so effective that you can sit and these guys are doing the work. Sometimes they may now call you when there's a client that they know that wants to buy, the money is there, but they don't know how to close. So they call you and then you appear. You use Uber. Sometimes I think it's needed. It's not because you're trying to falsify your identity. Sometimes I think it's needed. At least before you get your own car. Show up and close the sale. And the guy is smiling. And you just go, give him 50%, take 50% and just go. Let him be motivated or let her be motivated. The next is guerrilla marketing. Now, this is using unconventional creative strategies to promote a product in public spaces. I want to do something very practical. How many of us have ChatGPT? The app. Please open it. If your phone is with you, because I want, like I said, I don't want to just talk. I want to do something that's very practical. Open your app. Okay? Open your app. Or when you get home, you can try it. Open your app and then ask ChatGPT. Make a list of make a list of 5 guerrilla marketing for a realtor. Did I say 5? List of 20. You can put 50, you can put 20. Or make it 50. Make a list of 50 guerrilla marketing steps for a realtor. For a realtor, I'm trying to remember one that will be striking. Sometimes corporate brands use it. A business can decide to just go to Ogbete Market, for example. I don't think we have waste bins in the market, do we? Dustbin, waste bin. Do we? Scattered inside, not outside. Inside, inside Ogbete, okay. Now, imagine somebody looking at that, and then you just, like a business, for example, a business, you do that and then put your brand around it. Maybe the sticker on it. Now, people see the waste. I mean, what's it called? The dustbin. But the image of your business is being registered in their mind. That was one of the reasons why, for example, some of these banks take over some of the roundabouts you see in the city. So each time you pass the roundabout, you see somewhere that's fine, but GT Bank signboard is up there. Glow is up there. MTN is up there. It doesn't look like marketing, but it is. Who has searched something out from ChatGPT? Okay. You have some? Okay. Yes. For Meta. Okay, I like that. Mention your first 5. Okay. 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 No. I don't think you got. Okay, sir. Okay. Let me hear him. Yes, sir. Then I'll come to you. Open house. Market open house event. Okay. Branded open house event, okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, the next. Local business partnership. Okay, let me use the local business partnership. Just like the one I just mentioned about me partnering with events vendors, right? That was one example. Now, okay. Okay, thank you, sir, for that. Thank you, sir, for that. Let me just mention another one. Imagine if you know somebody who is into dry cleaning. An example, somebody is into dry cleaning. You want to sell lands. Imagine you meeting the person and telling the person, okay, let's have a partnership deal. Anybody who is buying lands from me, let's factor it into your costs. I can give the person free laundry wash for 10 clothes. We can find a way to factor it into the person's cost. I have a friend who is trying to do this with us as I speak. So clients come through him, and then he tells them that, okay, of course, you're getting free, but we'll factor it inside. So you're not losing. The client is saying value. I wish we can check more for more so that you can get this. This is going to make it so easy for you that you may get to a point where people won't know that you're really marketing. I'm trying to find something very perfect. It can be a cup designed with your brand that you give to clients, and then they use. They take it to their office. Their friends come to see it. Okay. Okay, street team. Okay. 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 Okay, all right. Another idea is coming to my head. For those of us who watch football, get Arsenal jersey. If you're an Arsenal fan, get Arsenal jersey. Wear the Arsenal jersey. On the back, don't just write your name. Write something that relates to real estate. So when you go to watch football in those viewing center, you're watching football. There can be one or two guys who is there screaming, but they are looking at your back. Something is registering. You are using the power of the Arsenal brand, which people like, to sell what you're doing. There are several ways to do it. So you're not saying anything, but you're saying so much. Okay, the next one, sir. Event marketing. I've talked about this. You're doing naming ceremony. Please don't waste it. Let me even use myself as an example. I would have brought that image here. I'm sorry, I keep talking about my family, my wife, my wedding. I've been making no vex. During my wedding, this is what I wore. The blue cap that my guy is wearing, I wore it during my reception. I was so proud of myself. And I know because of that, I don't need to be told. When GMD saw me, he was like, okay, yes, this guy understands the game. My reception. The money we spent, after spending that money, in my head, I'm like, no, now, let people know that you're into real estate. So wearing it, I know some person saw it. So each time I post that image, there's a reminder. So when you're doing naming ceremony, fix your business into it. You're doing something that is going to be loud. Attach your business into it. It can be a roll-up banner. It can be anything. Most times, why we don't do things like this is because we don't see ourselves as an entity. We keep thinking that we are just, you're just one person. So you don't matter. No. Do events and attach your business to it. It will speak a lot. Because people will not know what that you're actually selling. It's so subtle, so soft. So they can go with it. Referral marketing. Okay. Encouraging customers to refer others in exchange for rewards. When you sell, I will advise us to even use this so well. When you sell to a client, take picture. Some of them may not want to. I understand. But take picture. If you don't want to take picture, have a small design that you can tell the person, tell the client, I don't know what you give to the person to allow the person to post that on their WhatsApp status. If there's something you can pay, if there's something you can give, if it's a meal, somebody buys land, 1 million from you. How much is your commission? 100K, right? Is it too big to buy something of 10K to give to the person so that they can post either your image or something on their WhatsApp status? I don't think it's big. Now, the effect is the people you're looking for will most likely be on that guy's WhatsApp status. I don't know if you're following. The kind of persons you're looking for will most likely be on his WhatsApp status. So it can be referral marketing. That's what it is. So they refer you to whosoever that you want to sell to. And most times I feel this is one of the most effective ways to do real estate marketing because it's expensive. I like sharing flyers. Or should I say, sorry. This is my personal, I don't like sharing flyers. If I want to share, yes, this is me confessing to you. I need to be real. If I want to share flyers, I don't go everywhere. I can target 4 persons in church. Once I go to church, I just give it to those 4 persons. Because I know if I close those guys, I can now tell them, okay, see you. It's easier to do this with them. I was speaking with somebody. I have some guys in my church. Okay, I have some friends. They attend club. Heavy. They do DJ work. We're having a conversation currently. What do I want to do? I want to design a polo for them that they can wear when doing their DJ work so that I can get some clients when they go to club to do their DJ work. Why? The Dorime guys, those guys spend money. Somebody can burn 6M in a night. Somebody can burn 10M in a night. While I'm praying that they will not be wasting their money. Nay. I need to be fair. While I'm praying they will not be wasting their money. Somebody who is doing DJ and you're there, bring some clients. We share the deal. Referral marketing. You're going to be using people's time and energy and their connection to sell more. Word of mouth marketing. I think it's almost the same thing with this. Letting satisfied customers naturally share positive feedback. I've been emphasizing this even in the office. Once you sell to a client, let the person tell you how they feel on WhatsApp status. On the WhatsApp chat. Let them send you a text. If it's good, you can now share it. If it's bad, you learn from it. Some of them may not want to talk about your business because they feel you're not big. Now, no problem. As you get bigger, it becomes easier. Word of mouth, account-based marketing, customizing marketing effort for specific high-value clients. This one now, just like I said, 1 million, 100K commission, use 10K and do a birthday, whatever for the person. Let's look at our political guys. That's what they do. Some of them who want to ascend to the next level. When is the birthday of governor? They'll go and do what? Billboard. They will do billboard. Governor will pass and see it. Who is that? Even if he does not see it, his PA may see it, his aide may see it. On Facebook, somebody will see it and start sharing. And of course, trust Enugu guys. The person who did it. Governor's picture will be here. Birthday message. The guy will just come here and put his name. And then the group. We are moving forward group or whatever support group. Tomorrow. Enugu North said, tomorrow continues. I think I saw it around New Haven. So account-based marketing. For the guys that you know that if I close this guy, the money I will get will be heavy. Trace their birthday and do this. Not for everybody. Not for everybody. And like I said, when you do it, also try, if you're getting something like a cup, for example, try and brand it with your brand. I think some of us need to start having our personal, like business name. Yes, register it. So it's there, you give it to the person. They will use it. He may go to the office. His friends will come. Who gave you this? It's looking nice. Okwa one young lady. I bought land from her. Okay. That's all you need. I'll give you a number. Some of them may even call immediately. Where are you? Start coming. And such persons, you don't tell them, they come. No. Once they call you, where are you? Start coming. Okay, I'm coming. So that you can close a deal. Okay, next, sir. Okay. What's the difference between marketing and selling? Who wants to give birth to a Ejima here? Let's pray for the person. Okay, so what's the difference between marketing and selling? They are very similar, but there's a difference. Now, the reason why I brought this is because no matter how the twins are, you always locate a deal. See the way she's smiling. Okay, next, sir. Let's see the difference. Okay, so I wanted to explain this, then we enter. If you want to take mango juice, what are the options you have? I want to take mango juice now. What are the options? Yeah?
You plug the mango, then you use a juicer to juice.
Okay, plug the mango, use juicer. Okay, what other option? You said? Okay, no, I want the juice. There
are so many processed juice out there. You buy the processed one.
Okay, perfect. She has given me, two of them have given me the two aspects. Please, next. I don't know why this is not showing clear, but no problem. Yours, Chivita. So I can just go outside, buy one, and drink. Each time I need, what do? I go out, buy one, and drink. Next. Your option. Although not, but very close. I can have a plantation of mango. So I don't need to go outside all the time. I can make it at home. This is marketing. The other is sales. Now, no one is more important. Because if you do the marketing and you don't close the deal, you get out of the market. Next, sir. So these are the difference. I'll explain it and then we'll get into this. Number one, marketing focuses on understanding and meeting customer needs. Dr. Sammy talked about this. So if I meet a client now, I shouldn't just be talking about I sell land. Observe. In fact, some of us, how many of us attend Catholic Church? Okay. There are some of these big men in church that you know they have money. You can take 3 months to understudy them. Find out details about their lives. Why? You want to sell to them. When you find out details about their lives to an extent, you are trying to understand their need. Some of us actually force this thing. A client is telling you, this is what I want. You're telling him no. Or let's say after listening, you don't say, okay, but I have. This is what I want. Sometimes I even go to a point where I advise people, if what your client wants, you don't have it, be fair enough and good enough to refer the client to who can give it to them. They will trust you. They will trust you. But I've seen people who, this is what I want. No, this is what I have. Okay, the person will leave you. Sales, or selling rather, selling focuses on persuading the customer to buy a product or service. Persuading is not bad. Okay? It's not bad. But that should come after this. That should come after this. Number 2, marketing starts before the product is developed. Like I said, remember the rice? Under, there's stew. You have the rice, and then there's stew. So even before you have a land that you have access to sell, your marketing has started. It has started. So it means that the way you even speak to people is already counting for you. It's marketing. As we are here now, that's what's happening. You're not selling, but you're going through that process to understand what the industry is about. Selling starts after the product is ready and aims to close the deal. Before you get a client, marketing starts. When you get a client, it's still ongoing. After you close the deal, it's still ongoing. Because that guy can still call you tomorrow. Number 3, marketing is customer-oriented. What do they want? Selling is product-oriented. Here's what we have. And when you listen to what do they want, you always find a way to get to, when you listen to what do they want, you always find a way to get it, as against, here is what we have. When you are about, here is what we have, if this is not tallying with this, you have no sales. Really, you have no sales. This is what I want, independence layout. If you don't have it, tell me straight. Now, somebody may now ask, okay, does it mean if we don't have what the client wants, we should just know? There is a way to go about it. If you don't have what they want, you can refer them. Now, after referring them, you can now say, okay, but if you want this, it shows that you've understood what they want, you're referring, and then you're still ready to help. Because some of them can say, okay, let me go for the independence layout land. But because you've talked about maybe the old side, which they don't want initially, they can go for it just because of your attitude of listening to them. Marketing is a long-term strategy aimed at attracting and retaining. Selling is a short-term tactic to generate immediate sales. So if you understand this, you're building a relationship. If you understand this, or if you're here, you just sell, hit and run. Whereas that guy that you've sold to can give you more money. That's why he said, before sales, there's marketing. During sales, there's marketing. After sales, there's what? Marketing. The next one, okay, I've talked about this. Okay. Marketing builds long-term relationship and brand loyalty. Selling focuses on one-time transactions and immediate result. Almost the same thing with this. So it means that when you're looking for a client, also think about, how do I create a relationship with this person? It will make it longer for you. Marketing includes research, branding, pricing, promotion, and customer experience. Selling includes negotiation, persuasion, and closing the sale. Like I've said earlier, it does not mean that you shouldn't look at selling. If you don't sell, now hunger, right? If you don't close the deal, Shebi? So it's also important. But if you ask me, I would say give marketing 70%, then selling 30%. Why? If you do marketing well, selling will be easier. You don't need to talk too much. Let me say it again. If you do marketing well, selling becomes easier, like iPhone. iPhone is not shouting at anybody. In fact, it's so embarrassing that iPhone users, once you're an Android user, they start looking at you like, and it's not iPhone that's talking to you. True or false? iPhone, those guys, I believe that they listen to their users so well, so they know what their users want next. They are the ones that showed us how serious it is to have camera. It's iPhone. Sharp camera, front and back. Android, no only back be sharp. Once you do the front, you're looking like this. It's blurry. But with iPhone, all the sharp. Why? They listen to these guys, so they know what they want. Once they get the product out, people are going for it. The last, marketing aims to create demand and facilitate sales. Selling aims to convert that demand into purchase. The next one, sir. Okay, so this is where we'll do the activity. How to create your marketing strategy. What I'll give us now will just take us 10-15 minutes. You feel it and take it home. Start using it. Because I don't want to just talk about this. It's a slide. You feel it and you take it home. It's going to guide you. It will guide you. So it's like a worksheet. Okay. I will share. Then I will explain. 10-15 minutes and then we are done. Just give me one. For those who will not be able to, I pray it's going to go around. It should. Let me just drop this with you. I think I have one already. So this is going to be a worksheet that you're going to use as you're going from tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and you know what to do. This guy talked about marketing. How do I use it? Blah, blah, blah. He did not even say anything and all of that. So it's going to be easier for us. So how to create your own marketing strategy, whether as a realtor or as a business owner. Once we all have it, we'll go through it together. And then, please try and fill it. Okay? I'm planning to also send a soft copy to us for this. So you can use it, you can print it, and then use it, front and back. Because I want this to be very practical. And please, this is not what you do by looking at what somebody else is writing. No. No. Let it be based on where you are. Based on where you are. Yes, now, yes. But we'll do it together. We'll do it together. Okay, I think we all have it. So, okay, please. He said he does not have. Is it finished? Mr. Charles, can I collect your own? Please, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. So let's get straight into it. Section 1, business/personal identity. So business name, preferred name of realtor. This is very important. If you have a business name, you can just write it here. Now, preferred name of realtor. Let me explain. At this point, maybe for personal reasons, I may not want to add something around real estate to my name. But if you know you need to, especially on social media, please get something. For example, Mr. Francis, on social media, he's known as Landed Francis. So if there's a name you want to coin, that cannot be what you write there. Very important. Somebody may say, okay, how do I don't know what to use. I've talked about ChatGPT. I've given you guys, the power of ChatGPT is so huge that it can give you suggestion. You can just ask it a question, like for example, let's say, Neka, right? Okay, my name is Neka. Create or suggest 100 social media names that I can use as a realtor that combines real estate with my name, Neka. Search. It will give you 100 suggestions. You just pick one and start using it. So that's for number one. Then number two, location. Under section 1, location and coverage area. You can't be looking at, Mr. Francis mentioned that thing. He said, first of all, conquer where you are, right? Enugu. There's a Bible passage you used. Who can remind us? Starts where? Galilee, okay. Where else? Judea, Samaria, and all over the world. Good. So your location and coverage area now, from what I'm seeing, should not exceed southeast. So you can't be telling somebody, I'll get you a land in Lagos. At this stage, somebody may want to try it, no problem. But me, I won't try it. At this stage, my focus is going to be just within. Somebody is now thinking, but in Aribe, we'll have properties in Abuja and Port Harcourt. So do we push? It's still personal. But let it be that in Southeast, Enugu, at least people know you more. So you can have your coverage area, which is number 2. Then number 3, luxury rentals, land, commercial, first-time buyers. What's your niche? What's your niche? So that you don't scatter your energy around. You can't be pursuing everybody. Of course, in Enugu and Southeast, we're not doing luxury. It's affordable. So what's your niche? There are some persons who in the real estate space, they don't even sell lands. Some are into Airbnb. Some are into rentals. There are agents who all they do is just rental. Like how I got my house. Now rental guy. That's what the guy is still doing. He does not sell land. And he's making his money. So you may need to focus and say, okay, this is the area I'm going to look at, my niche. It can be 2 or 3. Let it not exceed 3. Why? So that you can master that area. When you master it, it's now easy to now add more. It's easy to add more. Number 4, what's your unique selling proposition? Now, this can be both for business and for an individual. Now, to make this easier, the question would be, what are 3 things that make you unique and different? And you have to use it. Some of your friends are already telling you, you're too strict. Like, you don't want, for example, let's say, you don't like doing things as hidden. You want it straight. That's something that's making you stand out. Hold it. 3 that make you stand out. So when you meet your client, use those things as your power. Some of us is our ability to speak. If you know you can talk well, go and develop that ability. Some persons may be writing, some may be video. It's a quality that you have. Use it. Some of us is that you love to dress well. Use it. So when you're going to go meet a client, there's somebody that her own or his own may not be dressing. Yours is dressing. So when you're going to go meet a client, you know you must dress well, bath, and smell well. That's what's making you close deals. Do it. It's setting you apart. Section 2. Who is your ideal client? I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4 things here. What's their age range? The gender, profession, marital status. What's their age range? These things will help you big time. What's the age range? Now, the reason why I put age range is because, of course, we can't say, okay, I'm looking at just to sell real estate for people who are between 40 and 45. That's too narrow. You can say, okay, between 40 and 65. Somebody may now want to ask, Chooks, does it mean below 40 I won't sell? No, you will. But your focus is on 40 to what? 65. I've always talked about mine. I'm looking at those who are about to get married. And I've mentioned why. So what's the marital status? Let me even say something. Somebody can decide to sell real estate to widows. Who are rich. Somebody can decide to just sell to widowers. Somebody can decide to sell to civil servants. It doesn't mean you're going to ignore other people. No, you don't ignore them. But see what's going to happen. You can now study that group. Like I've always said, my targets, apart from those who are about to get married, are those who are into crypto. I know their language. I know what they say. So it's easier. So being able to define this will help you know what to now think. I wrote down profession. Somebody can decide to say, okay, I'm going to focus on those who are doctors. It can be people in your field. It can be people who are in the field of your spouse. Okay, number 2. What are the top 3 needs or fears your clients have with real estate? This number 2, key. What are their top 3 needs or fears? So you can realize that number 1 is so important that if you know number 1, number 2 is now easier. It takes us back to the marketing thing. Understanding the needs of your clients. So if I see somebody who just got married, the wife just gave birth, maybe they have like 2, 3 kids. To an extent, that man may be interested, to an extent, based on what I've seen. He may be interested in trying to get a home to buy because of the kids. Not necessarily land. Even though I heard Dr. Sami saying something that in Abuja and then in Lagos, okay, people want to buy built homes. But in Enugu, the average Iboma wants to, buy land and then build. But I think that's going to be changing real fast. How many of us know Elim Estate? Elim Estate. I think that place is filled. It's filled, right? Okay. I think Copen Group is truly, now you can see what Copen Group is doing. They've what's it called? They've been able to find their target audience. So they build and sell. So what are the top 3 needs or fears of your clients? How are you going to know this? You have to do discussion with them now, right? You speak with them. The next, what are the 2 top places your ideal clients spend time? What are the 2 top places your ideal clients spend time online and offline? Where do they spend time? Online and offline. Now, if you know this for online, see what's now going to happen. Like, for example, now let's say some of us, Gen Z, spend more time on TikTok. The older guys are on Facebook. Am I correct? You said? Good. So, so if you give attention to such platform, because that's where they are, your sales should go up. Then offline, where are they? I talked about those of us who are in church. Where are they? Where do they spend time more? Some of these elder persons, they go to a hospital for checkup. Somebody's laughing. They go to gym. So you can decide to just pay for gym, not because you truly want to gym, but it's a marketing strategy. I'm not in favor of what most of our ladies do these days. I don't want to go into that. You know what the nonsense they wear again. Go to gym. But the idea is, imagine you're going to gym because the guys you're targeting are in the gym. Your top should bear what? Something around what? Real estate. Section 3. This now you may not need to answer this. When you get to me, you now answer this. So this is now a target for you for the next 6 months. We are in the month of what? June, right? October, November. So it can be a target for you. What's your sales target? How many lands do you want to sell between now and November? Then how many social media followers do you want to get? You can decide on that. Some of us may be, how many WhatsApp status view do you want to have? Somebody told me about this. I have a friend who has close to 1,000 WhatsApp views every day. Some persons have up to 15,000. So what does it mean? If you meet people, you come for events, and then you get contacts, save the WhatsApp. Tell the person, okay, I will save. Check the person on WhatsApp. Your viewership increases. There's even what's called WhatsApp TV. It's basically most of other WhatsApp profiles that have a lot of WhatsApp views. You can pay them, they would advertise what you do. And people will start viewing your status. Then number 3, lead generation. How many leads do you want to create every month? Section 4, because I'm trying to be fast. Section 4, I think I've talked about this already. Check the top 2 platforms / method you plan to focus on. Ensure it's where your target audience spend the most time. Now, I mentioned Instagram there, Facebook, WhatsApp, email marketing, Google Ads, YouTube, LinkedIn. Who is on LinkedIn here? Who is on LinkedIn? That's a huge market. Oh. That's a huge market, especially if you want to sell to people who are outside. And then people who are professionals. Okay? Now, some of them may have their businesses, but I believe LinkedIn, you're going to connect with people who are professionals, but they are earning big. 700K above, 800K above. They are employees. They may not have a business, but they are earning well. Some of them are outside. So if you take that LinkedIn serious, do your content stuff, and of course, like I've said, it's not just about I want to sell. Hey, some of the things they've taught us here from last week, compress it as a lesson for your clients and talk about it. From now till this year end, what was going to happen? Like, I'm giving us as a challenge. What we've been taught, let me even say it, is going to be part of our content strategy in this office. Of course, I'm head of media. So what we're going to do is, all these things we're being taught, that's what we'll use and push on social media. Because there are people who don't know this. And people are scared. The reason why they are scared is because they are scammers. And they're looking for somebody who can help them understand this space. When you help them understand this space, they should give you their money. They will. So all these platforms, look for at least 1 or 2 and use. Then, section 5. As we're almost ending. Section 5. This is now your content plan. Content plan. Okay? I see some people's WhatsApp status every day. I'm not saying it's bad, but every day I see Arible, what's it called? Arible flyer every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then I see some other real estate firms. I don't have issues with that. Sometimes people should look at your status just to learn about real estate. Don't sell. On Monday, educational tip. Don't sell. On Tuesday, You can do a testimonial of a client that bought from you that said nice as a WhatsApp chat. You screenshot it. You push it out. Then on Wednesday, you can now put a flyer. On Thursday, you can even, Thursday I wrote free call on consultation. Imagine telling your client that, okay, today is Thursday. Ask me any question about real estate. Every Thursday. I wish there's somebody that would try this. Try it for 3 months. Ask me any question. It's in, can we see Thursday? Thursday, right? Yes. Free call on consultation. Tell on your WhatsApp status, ask me any question about real estate. Maybe the first time they may not do. Try it the next week. Keep trying it. Once they ask you, answer the person. The response you give to the person, so long as it's not something that's secretive, you can now share the person's question and answer on your WhatsApp status. More persons will now know that, okay, Chidima is now stepping up. She's not just doing Enwemlana, Ugwaji, Nike, you know. Then, on Friday, of course, okay, Friday is Q&A on real estate investment. Then Saturday, call to action. Share your flyer. So try it. Instead of sharing flyers of lands every day, do it 2 or 3 times a week. 2 or 3 times. Then educate them. Like I said, don't look for anything big. Use what we've been taught from last 2 weeks till today. Especially the titling, oh, Jesus. The titling on. And then the one we learned, was it yesterday, mortgage bank. In fact, some of you should become mortgage authorities now. Tell them, okay, you can even be the one that will even push some of them to go and open a mortgage account. Why will such persons not trust you? 2 or 3 days, share flyers. The other days, educate. Then number 6, lead generation funnel. Well, this is supposed to, it's part of the whole everything, just to explain further. What's your lead magnet? I think I've given us one. Now, I wrote an instruction there. Ask ChatGPT this, 100 ways to generate leads as a realtor. It will tell you. It will tell you. What I just said now about the WhatsApp status is one way to generate. Your event is another way. Now, what's the meaning of a lead? A lead is a potential client, somebody who wants to buy. How do you get the person's contact? So, what are you doing daily to generate leads? That's the game. In fact, this is the game of every business. If you're not doing something to generate leads, your business will shut down. What are we going to post on Facebook today? We want to generate leads. Number 2, how will you collect the leads? For now, we can be using WhatsApp. Some of us should be using notebook. You should have a notebook of your clients. Now, I don't use notebook. I use Google Docs. It's an app. If you have Gmail, you can have Google Docs. Google Docs. DOCS. Google Docs, yes, or Google Documents, yes. It's like Microsoft Word or WPS. Some persons have WPS, right? Okay, I use Google Docs. So you can now have, dates, name of client, birthday of client, child's birthday. Sit down 1 or 2 days, set alarm for it. A day to that day, it will ring. You now use bulk SMS and schedule the message. The thing go, you no go even know. The man will see it and say, okay, he remember you. Then number 3, how do you follow up with them? It's still the same thing too. We've talked about it. So you get a client's number. How do you follow up? How do you communicate with them? In the morning, some of us do WhatsApp broadcasts. Do we? Please, I would advise, why I like that, be careful. Number 1, so that they don't ban your number, WhatsApp. Then number 2, you can reduce it to once or twice a week. Once or twice a week. And then, like I said, share some of these insights that we talked about. when a person sees, wow, this about like titling, inheritance, whatever, blah, blah, if you've not done this, they will be interested. They may not buy. So once or twice, just to keep up with them. When you get a new number, you add it. Section 7, monthly performance tracker. Okay, no. Number 4, how often do you plan to call or text your existing client? It's something you go and decide at home. Section 7, monthly performance tracker. New leads collected. So every month, you can now use this to track. That's section 7. You can use your Google document to do it. How many persons, how many numbers did you collect this month? How many sales did you make? And then you just go through it. Section 8. I think the most important thing in section 8 is what budget are you bringing out for your marketing as a person? So the data you subscribe or you're going to subscribe is not just that you want to subscribe. Start seeing it as a marketing budget. Start seeing it as a marketing budget. If you have bulk SMS account, same thing. I don't want to go into Google Ads. Some of us who want to learn that, we may see that one. But I'm looking at what we are using currently. So it's not cumbersome. So you can use bulk SMS, you can use your normal text, you can use your normal data. So you know that when you buy data, it's not just because you're buying data, it's for marketing. So the day you're supposed to do a video, you do it because it's for marketing. Somebody is asking, why are you spending 12K on data? I'm not just buying data. I'm doing marketing. And my budget is 12K. So it will push you to use it better. That's on that. Section 9, which is the last. What are the 4 things you will do every week to grow your real estate brand? Of course, this is related to marketing. The 4 most important things you're going to be doing every week to grow your brand when it comes to marketing. For mine, there's something I did not write, which I had to include there. What was the first thing there? What was the first thing there? Education. In brackets, how many? 30%. Now, what does this mean? Before, there's somebody that said, I think it was Dr. Sami that said it, that some of us should be conversant with real estate news global on the global stage. So, find out blogs. I think I've said this before, but I'll find a way to share it in our groups. There are some YouTube channels I've seen. Ninja, they talk about real estate stuff. Listen to those things, at least daily. At least, you should spend 30 minutes listening to something about real estate. At least. Before you meet a client, maybe there's something you're supposed to tell the client. You will hear it in that thing you listen to. It can be a book. The book, what's it called? There's a book Mr. Francis talked about. Mystery of Capital. I'm reading it. Like, the things I've seen in that, I'm like, so what is... Of course, the book is talking about... Yes, soft copy, yes. You've sent it to... We've sent it. Then the Land Use Act. How can you be a realtor? You don't know the Land Use Act. I'm eating it now. I'm eating it. Education, 30%. The next one is what? Generate leads. How many percent? 30%. So it means that once you're done learning, you can now ask yourself, okay, the guys I'm targeting, what can I do today to let people outside know that I'm a realtor? So by any means, you go to a restaurant to eat, you're with one flyer, go with it. For any reason, or you're going for a meeting, go with the flyer. Or what you're wearing. This will start influencing how you go out, what you wear when you're going out. At least there should be somebody that you talk about or that you talk with on real estate. That's lead generation. And then leave your number with the person. Some of us may even need to go and design complimentary cards, if need be. The next one is what? Nurture leads, in brackets, 25%. Now, nurture leads, those clients that you know already, don't leave them hanging. I think the broadcast message on WhatsApp is doing that. Like I said, twice a week is enough. Don't budge them. And they're already seeing your WhatsApp status too. Then the new persons that you now get, send them a message. Then the last one is what? Close sales. How many percent? 15%. 15%. This is my view, you can have a different view. Somebody else might tell you 50% sales. So when you meet people, you'll just be embarrassing them. Like, is it that you buy from me or the person will run away from you? In fact, let me confess, because I'm done. There's a lady, New Haven Junction. Some of us may know her. Once I'm going home, using public transport, once I see her, sometimes I dey run, because she want me to buy orange. Now, I like her aggression, but I've noticed over time, I'm now seeing the marketing side. So sometimes, even when I don't want to buy, she wants to have conversation. How's work been? How are you? What's happening? We talk. I don't think I buy orange from any other person around that side. So when you do your marketing well, what happens is sales becomes easier. It's easy. It's easy. What's the first thing we did again? The first slide is something I said. That's, what's it called? Facebook. Do not, if you want to what? Who wants to try it? That's the last message that will leave with us, and then we'll go. The fastest way to grow isn't to sell something, is to stand for what? Something. So in church, let it be that they're already thinking of calling you to come and do a presentation on real estate. Somebody bought, or I think, okay, the nephew or cousin bought real estate or a land for a child. The child was under 18. Government came around, took that land. They were complaining about it. They went to court. They realized that a child who is under 18 can't own property. I was in church that day and I was listening to it. I just opened my mouth. Because all we've been hearing is, buy land for your kids, buy land for your kids. And I realized that no. That's how they lost that land. Like, that's how they lost it. Yes. So I want to encourage us, do more of your marketing and your sales will be easy. Thank you very, very much. Any question? Okay, ask so that I can answer real fast because we spent.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the update. With regards to this last statement you made, that a child under 18 cannot own a land.
Yes.
I don't know if it's a law in this country, Nigeria, or something. Like, I don't understand.
Okay.
Because a parent
yes.
can buy a property on behalf of the child, pending when the child becomes of age to start taking care of the property. So I don't know if it's a rule or law governing the land.
From what I saw on TikTok,
yes,
somebody said it's a law. That what you will do is this: you will buy the land in your name. Immediately the child clocks 18, do a deed of gift or transfer the property to him.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. She just answered it. If you read the Land Use Act, you see there. Yes. Read the Land Use Act, you see there. And even the one that's even touching me more now is not this issue of the 99 years stuff. So imagine that somebody has a land and then they've been on the land for like 50 years. It's remaining how many years? 49. So if you buy it at that time, what you get at 49 years? I'm just thinking about it here because I used to think once you buy, you don't have fresh 99. Now lie, there's no fresh. The people on your status need to know these things. When you share it with them, they want to buy. We're done, right? We're done, okay. Let's say a word of prayer and then we'll go. Father, we thank you for the time we've spent again. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for all we've learned. As we go home, we'll go in safety and return back on Friday to continue on this journey. Thank you because we know you've heard our prayers. For we've prayed in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you and enjoy your weekend. Okay, while we are here, let me just say this real fast. Attendance, please, attendance. We're going to send some messages to you on your WhatsApp. If you know you've missed like 2-3 classes, you don't have any other grade, so if you've not missed up to 2-3, no problem, you can pick the 2-3 you want to miss. Okay? We'll check the attendance and then let you know so that we know where we are standing.